Yeah, doctor. All right. No, where? Oh. Hello, everybody. Are we live? I hope it's working. I've been working on trying to get the audio from my desktop so that I could react. And oh no, I'm looking at stuff.
Anything in life.
Come on. So I don't even know what I should. They're still live though. Are they still live? I guess they have other games that they're doing. I guess yeah, they have other games, but they have the official trailer. I'm wondering if I should go see the trailer or let me go to the spotlight.
And that's also a whiff, you know.
And it's strange though, because Monster Hunter Rise was a big deal for
What
the
are they
Nintendo
talking
Switch
about?
1. So we thought that obviously Wilds was the one for the other consoles, and it just never found its way to Switch 2, at least not yet. But if nothing else, I think this does pose an interesting theory I have that I do think Capcom, despite how we might feel overall about what was shown today, I think Capcom is a company that is showing the players and the people who have bought in how you can do not games as a service, because that's a completely different term, but supporting a game in longevity.
We're just listening.
And I think they're doing
I'm
it
setting
well. I
up
think
so
that
I
they're
can see
teasing
if
out
I
the roadmaps
can.
in a way that feels good for Street Fighter fans, because we got a glimpse at their year ahead.
3 years now. We're going into year 3 of Street Fighter.
That's a lot, and people still seem to be loving the game. And despite
Let me see
Monster
if I
Hunter
can
Wilds
hear it.
not quite being a year old, like, what is that released? February, March?
Yeah.
So there is
I have it
hope
low,
on the
though.
horizon for all of the things they plan on adding in the game. But I just would like to take a moment to say, like, I think Capcom's doing it right. Not games
Yeah.
as a service.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
that's
I have an entire 45-so-minute documentary on this you can watch on our YouTube channel about Capcom's like new golden age, and a lot of things that they do get right is they went back to their core franchises, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, and they really focus on what made them good, and they care about these things.
On
And they
the,
want to make each
thing.
new one better.
On
And
the,
one thing is, I think they're
dresser
not afraid
thing.
to look at
Not
some of their
dresser
past.
thing.
I wouldn't say failures.
The,
but I believe,
something.
Like Resident
Oh!
Evil 6, for example,
I thought
was
those
a
were Jane.
sales juggernaut. It
Oh,
sold
yeah.
millions of
Would like
copies.
to-
All right, I'm gonna go
They weren't afraid to go back and look
through.
at,
No, come
okay,
on.
what do people not like about these? And it's not about just like giving fans like fan service. You're like, okay, we're only going to give fans what they want. It's about like reconciling, their wants, which is they want to return Resident Evil to horror roots.
You don't see it?
But also, giving fans good games to play.
Yeah.
And that's. Honestly, it's not a lot of studios are doing that. Like you look at other AAA companies, and they aren't able to sort of revive their beloved IP in the same way that Capcom is able to. And why they can't is individual for every studio. But all I know is that Capcom has a way that they're doing it, and it seems to be working great for them, because the last couple Resident Evil games, the last couple the one Devil May Cry game that they released recently, the Monster
All right,
Hunter games
so
that they've been putting
let's
out,
see
all very successful.
what they have
Financially, critically.
going
Yeah,
on
and
here.
honestly,
Let's see.
you
Let's just
bring
go
up a
back
good
to the
point. It
beginning
just-
and scroll through and see what's going on.
We're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future.
Is this it?
Delphi Corporation.
Wait a minute. Let me just go back and. No, that's not it. That's Rubicon. Let me just get this like that. Sorry. And then now it goes back to here. I'll go over here. This is muted. Because I want to see if they talk. Because if you look at it here, it's only 2 minutes and 28
We're
seconds.
reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create
We're going to
life
scroll through and
for
see.
our future.
Come on.
Delphi Corporation.
Why won't it let me do this? Oh, because it's probably because it's live. This is a new game.
Give you a brief idea down your sight.
Yada yada
As
yada.
effects
Where's
that
Monster
you can
Hunter?
inflict on the enemies.
All right, here we go.
It's a brief 15-20 minute demo. But
Let's see
just
what we
getting a
got.
little taste of that combat alone is enough for me to keep my eye on this. It's coming out in 2026. I really want to play more of this game. At the end of the demo, there was this big mech boss fight that started up, but that's where the demo ended. So they got me already, man. So I can't wait to see more of this game.
Oh, it's going
Come out in
choppy.
2026, and if
I don't know
you wanna
why
know
that
more
came
about
up.
Pragmata, be sure to stick with IGN.
All right, should go a little bit faster now because
After the massive success of both Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise, it makes sense that Capcom would do whatever it can to welcome that wider audience into the
here we
next
go.
frontier.
Here we go.
That's exactly what Monster Hunter Wilds does, smoothing out the already excellent process of turning big scary dragons into silly little hats to be faster, more
hopefully it'll
flexible,
go
and less
faster.
fiddly than ever before. The other side of those dual blades, however, is that Wilds is light on any real challenge, even for what I'd expect at launch, never asking me to think hard about my equipment. But while the monsters may not pose much of a threat this time around, smart tweaks to combat still mean the act of carving them up has rarely felt better.
Review Monster Hunter. Let's see. It's too easy. You're a better hunter.
My first surprise in Wilds was that the campaign isn't just a totally forgettable excuse to kill anything that crosses your path this time. Okay, it's still mostly that as you explore yet another uncharted land to solve some mystery, but while the story itself isn't particularly fresh,